People keep asking what's up with my CNN thing, so I thought I'd make a quick video explaining what's up with my CNN thing. I want to start with a little bit of historical context, you know, to shape the story out. Alright, the CNN thing. This is a brief history. So in early 2015, I founded a technology company called Beam with Matt Hackett. He was my partner. Then at the end of March that year, I launched the vlog. The purpose of the vlog initially was just to talk about me starting a new company, and then it spiraled into something bigger. And then summer 2015, mid-June, we publicly launched Beam the app. A video sharing app like Snapchat or Instagram or something like that. And largely driven by the popularity of the vlog, and I think people like the idea of Beam, downloads skyrocketed. The app did really, really well through summer, and then slowly falling, and not recovering. We had a good app, we had a great idea, but Snapchat was better and Instagram was a better idea. We got our asses kicked. Then come summer 2016, Matt and I were trying to figure out what the future of the company was. CNN bought Beam. Now, a lot of people ask, why would CNN buy a failed video sharing app? Well, they didn't buy the app. They bought the technology company that was behind that app. See, there's a tremendous amount of value in pulling together a team and building a company and the infrastructure and the IP that we create. There's a lot of value behind that one app, and that's what CNN was interested in. They were also interested in me because of what I'd done on the vlog. Now, one very important distinction, and I've said this before, but a very important distinction. CNN did not buy and does not own in any capacity this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. That was not part of the deal. I'll always continue to post whatever the hell I want to post on this channel. Beam, CNN, separate entity. All right, and that's the history portion of this video. What's Beam up to now? So we, that is me and Matt and our new partners from CNN, spent the first part of this year kind of defining what it is we wanted to do. And we knew we wanted to continue in technology, we knew we wanted to introduce more media, that is like videos and movies and YouTube, and we wanted to build something completely new. The old Beam, that app that we killed, has nothing to do with the new company, but we still have the same people, the same team. We've actually been hiring quite a bit. Our team now is, well, it's huge. Something that's super important to understand is that CNN owns Beam, but we operate separately. So CNN's in this gigantic glass tower in Midtown, and we work out of an old, fucked up former furniture store in Chinatown. CNN has like a gazillion employees, and they wear suits and stuff like that. We work in a basement in Chinatown. So we really do operate on our own. And that's not to say if we start screwing up that CNN might not step in, but so far, we still run this company like a startup. We want to make all kinds of shows, all kinds of content. We want to release a lot of it here on YouTube, but we're also not against like trying other platforms, newer platforms, but we're starting here on YouTube. Just parenthetically, we haven't launched the YouTube channel yet. I'll let you know, but we're not up yet. The first show we want to launch, we're calling Beam News, and we want it to be like, it'll probably be 4 days a week when we launch it. We want to get it to 7 days a week. I'm gonna host it a little bit, and then we're gonna have other people host it. It has to be bigger than me to succeed, and I don't want it to be the Casey show. We got like a really smart team of journalists and researchers and writers helping us make that show. We'll never be like a regular journalist hosting it. It'll be probably somebody like me or a YouTuber like Jake. Jake, who you've met before. Jake is our head of production.
It's a nice sounding title, but I'm alone, and I feel...
Head of production.
Feel alone. Where are you going? No, please.
And he's like really leading the charge on the media stuff, including The Daily Show. Now, editorial. I know there's a lot of questions behind editorial. Editorial meaning like, you know, what are our political leanings and what's going to be the content of the show? The show is not going to be a politically motivated show. We're not going to be trying to convince anyone to do anything in this show politically. In fact, politics will make up at most a tiny, tiny piece of this show. And that's challenging because we're fighting against the baggage that comes with CNN. A lot of people like CNN for certain reasons. A lot of people hate CNN for certain reasons. And then we have to sort of push back against my own baggage. I will be voting for Hillary. Yes, that was a little heavy-handed. I realize that. You know, let me take a second and explain my own political position. And again, my politics will have as little role in this show, in my hosting of it, as humanly possible, but it is important for me to share with you where I stand politically, so, well, you can watch the content through that lens. Now, besides like a lot of folks on Reddit and whoever else labeling me like a snowflake, a liberal snowflake libtard, I think is the title. Actually, I personally identify with a lot of conservative values. I identify with some liberal values and a lot of libertarian values. I'm scattered, and I certainly don't subscribe to any one political label. I do subscribe to a set of morals and a set of principles, and when I look to politicians who I like, who I don't like, I typically like the ones that are rooted in principles and values more so than a political party or affiliations or things like that. I know it's very heavy-handed in the last presidential campaign, but look, I hated the 2016 presidential campaign. We had two candidates, neither of which I liked, one of which I disliked more than the other one that I disliked. I don't love what's going on in Washington. That's both sides of the aisle. I have huge issues with politics in the United States of America as a whole, and that's where I stand politically. I don't even know if that's appropriate to be in this video, but I think there's a lot of misconceptions about who I am and where I stand politically, so I wanted to share that with you. Beam News will not be politically focused. Politics are only going to play a tiny, if any, role in that show itself. Instead, it's a daily news show about the things that interest us, that is the team that's making it. And where we are with the show now is we are producing it. We're making a show right now, and we make something, we look at it internally, and we're like, what sucks about this? And we try to correct that. And right now, I say the show is good. We want to get it to very good, and when it's very good, we're going to launch it publicly. And then someday we want to make it great. Very good is good enough to put it out there, and then we want to hear back from people and ultimately together make it great. And that when I think of like my vlog, I think the first episodes kind of sucked, but like look. Beam Identity Designs. So this isn't final, but like that's what we're thinking for fonts and like Beam News, Beam Panels, Beam Docs, Beam Productions, like the different things that we're gonna do under Beam, and those are like slightly different fonts. This was an earlier version of the logo. This logo I like, and then we landed on this. I don't think that this is finalized either, but this is the idea. I hope you think that's cool. I'm very, very excited about that design. I think it feels fresh and smart and also like a little bit nostalgic, like kind of weirdo 1980s local news, but in all the right ways. This is gonna be the first time anyone's, look how tan I am. This is the first time anyone's seen any of Beam News, actual Beam News. This is just a test. This is not for publishing on Beam News. What do they need to know?
Okay, well,
Jake hosts this bit, not me.
yeah, I hosted it. Casey is very tan. I did look at the screen. We tried to talk about, we found this interesting story that we liked about click farms. And that's basically the thing that instigates the whole entire piece is click farms, how easy it is to get clicks.
But this is a good sort of teaser to show you a little bit of like the things that we're interested in. By we, I mean the whole team's interested in. It's not politics, it's not the news that your parents watch or whatever. This is like, but it is news.
It's news, but it's more of an experience, I think is what we're trying to go for.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, here comes the first ever taste of a little bit of what Beam News might. Here it goes.
Something that I found to be particularly interesting happened on Monday, and that is that police in Thailand raided a click farm. And we've heard about click farms before, especially on platforms like YouTube, but in case you haven't, they are places that sell social media likes, follows, and views to companies or individuals who want to boost their online popularity. That click farm in Thailand, like other click farms in India, Bangladesh, and elsewhere, have these janky-looking racks filled with hundreds of cell phones. Workers then rotate hundreds of thousands of SIM cards through these phones to make it look like different users were liking or viewing or friending or whatever it is that people do. Now, let's be clear. To me, this is a form of cheating. And a lot of platforms and online stores prohibit stuff like this in their terms of service, and they might even kick you off their site or delete your fake followers and views and likes and reviews if you do business with a ClickFarm or other fake users. But it's also legal. The 3 guys who were arrested in that Thailand raid weren't arrested for running a ClickFarm. According to the AP, they were actually arrested on charges that included not paying taxes on those hundreds of cell phones. And we wanted to figure out just how easy this is. Spoiler alert, it's actually pretty easy. For example, there are vending machines in Russia where you can buy Instagram likes as if they were Skittles. So all of this gave us an idea to try 2 things. 1, let's actually buy some fake Instagram followers. And 2, what if we did it for one of the people working upstairs at the Beam office? And then we just didn't tell them about it. Hey Jack, so who should we buy some Instagram followers for?
Steve.
All right. So it was pretty easy. We found this website and we have a few options for how many followers we should get. What do you think we should go with? 100?
5,000.
I like that it's quality followers.
Yeah, the best.
Only the
kind.
best
Only
followers.
the best for Steve.
All right, we can do $39.99 because we have CNN money. Oh, there he is.
Wow. Yep, that's his profile.
So we have a plan. While I do this, you go upstairs and see if we can capture the moment when it happens.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, I'm gonna walk up and try and not have Steve see me doing this, but it's gonna be kind of obvious, I think.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
What are you recording for? Do I need to strike a pose?
Okay, so we're paying now. Let's see what happens. Okay, we did it. We paid $39.99.
How's everything going?
Do you want the real answer or the camera answer?
Like how you're whispering to the camera.
Well, I'm very aware that I'm on tape now.
Instagram likes happens in 5 minutes. So we're gonna do that as well, just in case.
Well, just ticked up to 265. Dude, I got 2 likes and a comment.
So now let's just refresh his thing and see when it takes place. If this works, I'm gonna freak out. Yes, it's happening. He's at 53 likes right now, 77 likes, 86. You know, it's at 9:05, 9:51. I feel really bad for him and his notifications.
Dude, you're kind of blowing up right now on IG.
What did you do? Why do I have 2,000 likes on my photo?
Wait, what?
No, that's somewhere in the realm of 200 times more people liking my photos than regular.
So now we're going to talk a little bit philosophically. This isn't the news anymore, but what I find, especially from living in social media, I mean, my career was made off of social media, is that it's an extension of ourselves to a degree. It's allowing us to share these moments of our lives with others, and we want people to appreciate them. Is that in the form of a like or a view? Probably, yes. And so there is some meaningfulness to that. All right, that is the news. I'm Jake, this was Beam News, and remember to smash that like button because it's the only thing that makes me feel valuable or important in this life. And hey, guess what? Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. I would say Beam, but that app's dead. All right, see you later.
He's at 3,000 likes now.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Did you buy me followers too?
I didn't buy man.
I really can't deal with having to clean that up.
Okay, that was perfect.
Yeah.
That was great. And you'll give me that file as quickly as possible? Mm-hmm. We hope to launch that show soon-ish, like, weeks, maybe a month, something like that. Like I said, we're making it now. It's just not ready yet. The second show that I'm anxious to do is an investigative reporting show, like a once-a-week show, where we dive really deep into one issue and pull that apart. And after that, I'd love to do something that's sports-focused, maybe with live. I'd love to do something that is music or fashion-focused, that's more cultural. But that's the scope of the ambition on the media side. This is not talking head news. We want to really broaden our scope in what we're doing, and we want all the content to be very YouTube-centric. So I hope that helps give you a better understanding of what we're doing, what I've been focusing a lot of my time on, and maybe even gets you a little bit, there's the sun. It's impossible to have even lighting here. And I will, of course, say this, I think a lot of people have concerns that CNN, the company, might be heavy-handed in what we're doing. I think a lot of people have concerns that what we're doing is going to be crazy liberal bullshit. I think people have concerns that it's not going to be me. And when I don't understand something, I'm immediately skeptical of it. So I would expect that of you about this new thing that I haven't done a good job explaining yet. But I say this. Whether you are suspect of CNN, suspect of news or a new thing or whatever, here's my ask. Just check it out when we launch. If you think it's shit, call us out and tell us why it's shit. If you think it's really shit, just never watch it again. But if you like it, like let us know. Let me know and let us know why. And that's the very best I can do. If it is garbage and you don't like it, totally cool. Unsubscribe. Never watch it again. Stop watching me. But I think that we are doing something interesting and something new. We got awesome people working on it, and I hope that we're able to turn something out that you're pumped for. Okay, Beam, coming soon.